Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK and welcome back to Tori. We are skipping school for whatever reason. So Sayo and Ritsu decided to go back to that abandoned train station and have just kind of been chilling, building snowmen and what have you. Just a really chill time. And then Sayo fell asleep and she doesn't wake up until the afternoon. At which point we eat lunch. It was great. We then end up deciding to head back to the residence after all. Yeah, I mean, there really isn't. You can F around in the snow and talk and whatever else for, a little bit, but yeah, there's nothing here at an abandoned area. Sayo grumbles, feeling refreshed after her nap. I'm fine with sticking around a bit longer. I guess if you want to go somewhere for peace and quiet, here it is, but during the cold time, probably not. Honestly, this would be a sick-ass place to read a book, or, just chill and do absolutely nothing. But if you can't handle the cold, then, well, I guess all that's out of the question. The warmth my powers gave her has long since gone. Sayo must have decided that she didn't need it anymore since she was feeling better after her nap. She pats one of the snowmen on the head. I can't believe it's already the afternoon. I mutter absent-mindedly, thinking about how we're about to head back. What's Mary going to say to us? Kinda. I wouldn't say I regret it, and I don't blame you, but I feel a little guilty. That is true, but I mean, even when I skipped school, like pretending to be sick or just didn't feel up to it or whatever, especially as I was getting through to the end of my high school days, yeah, I did feel a little guilty. She's right, of course, and I don't take myself that seriously, but even still, if anything, I regret more that Sayo skipped a day of classes than me, excuse me. Sayo's picking up more on my attitude than anything else. What the fuck? What is this hypothetical? What is this? I would take the day off, obviously. I'm kidding. I couldn't say something like that without making it sound like a joke. Although deep down, I would desperately want to spend a day like that. Oh, Father, please forgive these immoral thoughts of mine. I would say you're the one who has the dirty mind here, Sayo. Yeah, it's really on her here. I mean, isn't it normal for people to, keep the not so great to mention out loud, deep inside, I guess is one way to put it. Fine, let's head back already. We can have dessert when we get there. I'm afraid to try and keep up a conversation with Sayo when she's in a mood like this. We make our way through the trees back onto the path. Whereupon... Hello. This is interesting, a very interesting backdrop. We haven't seen this before, I don't think. We find Mary. Oh, Mary, you're early. I splutter out, not yet having prepared myself to face her. It's only just gone noon, so I thought she'd still be in classes. Did I miscalculate somehow? No, stop, please. That did not happen. I wouldn't try any of it. Can we please not joke about these things? Mary's reply was so indifferent, it's actually scaring me. Yeah, for real. With that, we all start walking. Only Sayo and I end up going the opposite direction to Mary. Naturally, we're headed home. But Mary's moving toward the academy.
どこへ行くつもりよ。
Sayo and Mary stare at each other, both wearing the same expression. That goes for me too. Aren't we going home, Mary? Or did we agree to do something after classes today?
はい。
Mary raises a puzzled voice. I don't get it.
普段からポンコツ気味なのに、メアリーは
Wait.
何をふざけてるのよ。
Were we like stuck in
早く帰
time?
って3時のお茶にするわよ。
Could that have happened? Was there really any need to demand some tea there?
当然じゃない。私が入れても美味しくないし。メアリーがポンコツなら、私はゴミくずなめくじよ。
Wow, the honesty. You must be in a good mood. It never fails to impress me how she just treats both herself and others with equal amounts of contempt. Mary is watching the two of us in astonishment, as is only natural.
なんで朝から夫婦漫才というか、兄弟漫才を見せつけられてるの？
Yep, here it is. There it is, right there, the morning.
やめて。夫婦漫才とか卑猥すぎるわ。
What exactly do you think married couples skip me? Wait.
あれ？
Sayo and I cock our heads at the same time, catching onto the same thing.
メアリー、今、なんて言ったの？夫婦漫才。
No, after that.
その前。よくあるような聞き方だけど、10秒前でもなんて言ったかなんて細かく覚えてないよ。
You said it was morning, right? Now Mary cocks her head.
そうだよ。朝だよ。3時のお茶どころか、さっき朝ごはん食べたばかりの午前8時だよ。
Oh, that's freaky. I'm lost for words. Sayo is the same. She takes her phone out of her pocket to check the time. Sayo, what time is it?
8時。
What the fuck? She says, her expression solemn. I believe her, but I peer in over her shoulder just to see it for myself. It really is 8 in the morning, which means Mary is on her way to class, having left a little after us. I look up to the sky. It's a clear blue. There's no way it's 8 in the evening. Sayo and I exchange glances, shaking our heads. Has time folded back on itself?
森から出てきて時間を確かめるとか、2人とも
Probably.
UFO にでも誘拐されてたの？その方がマシかも。
Was that a dream?
それはない。
Sayo answers immediately, frowning. What happened? You think this will make sense if we go back and check on the snowman?
それより、カバンの重さでわかる。
Our lunches and flasks. Our bag should be lighter now that we've eaten. Sayo's eyes narrow.
リツ、あなた、さっきこう思ってたのよね。やっぱり、学園をサボるべきじゃなかった。
Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. So that's why. Because I thought if it were still morning, I could go to class. My powers can not only affect physical matter, but also the space-time continuum? This is getting ridiculous.
何が何やら、アンビリバボー？いいのよ。説明するのもめんどくさいし。こうなったらおとなしく学園に行くしかないか。
This is going to be a super long day for both Ritsu and Sayo. More than anyone could ever believe. Sayo says in defeat and starts walking towards the academy.
わけわかめ。
That's completely understandable. Mary seems to be losing brain cells the more she tries to work out what's going on, but I'm not sure how to explain this myself. It was kind of like the two of us were dreaming.
ほー。
She doesn't press further, so she probably realizes that this is difficult to explain. Either way, I'll fill her in on what's happened later when everything is calmed down.
よくわからないけど、さよちゃん絶好調みたいだし、なんかいい夢だったのかもね。
It was. On that point, I agree. I start smiling, realizing that I've experienced something completely out of the ordinary. That's a fact. This is some crazy, like, Twilight Zone type shit. Sayo and I spend the rest of the day in somewhat of a daze. We manage to muddle through our conversations with others, managing not to get into any harm. Our bodies feel the effects of our day being extended by 6 or 7 hours, leaving us thoroughly exhausted by the end of it. It turns out a miracle's blessings depend on your point of view. That's crazy though. And it really does put into perspective just how insane Ritsu's powers are in comparison to just Sayo's. Sayo's, of course, she can just, push on a feeling or an emotion or whatever onto somebody else as she sees fit. Okay, that's cool. But Ritsu, on the other hand, he does something similar, but then again, he also has all this other crazy shit that's beginning to unfold and just reveal itself to really everybody. Unintentionally, really. One lunchtime a few days later, I finished eating and am now relaxing while sipping tea from my flask. It feels like ages since nothing has happened in my life. As to why that is, it's because we've been doing nothing but running around getting ready for the play lately. All the while, Sayo has been giving me the runaround. What goes around comes around, I'd say. Nope. A voice suddenly starts coming from my pocket. You were listening, huh? When is she not? When is the devil not listening? I reluctantly take out my phone. Liar, and the thought of you clinging to me is gross. This thing isn't devoted to me, and I don't get the impression it's keeping a constant watch over me either, which I'm grateful for, trust me. It has been a while, come to think of it. You've been getting ready for the play? Right, well, my image of you is ruined enough, even with that correction. The devil being lazy sounds fitting to me. Although I do feel like the demons you see in movies and whatnot are a lot more hellbent on destroying the world or whatever. So what do you need? Your very existence is a waste of space. I'm begging you, please speak in a language I understand. What on earth is a battle royale? Oh, I do. But yeah, let's not talk about battle royales now. Are you trying to pick a fight? You really want to go? I'll have you know I've been getting a handle on my powers recently, so come on then, try me. I find myself glaring. What's the time period right now? Huh, is that so? I guess memes have been around for like, maybe a couple decades now. I mean, it's a whole internet phase, so it's like, ever since the internet became a lot more mainstream, like even in the youth, because it is the younger generations that really started it, right? I guess you can also blame the older generations. I mean, there's a reason why we have the shitty Minions memes. In that case, I would be the one who acted out of line. I can't say I'm a fan of the internet. Everyone's foul-mouthed, and unless you join in, you'll be ripped apart in seconds. Ah, yes. I love Call of Duty. On the other hand, I realize I could be experiencing a whole lot more of the world outside my cage if I just used a computer more. So seriously, what do you need? I mutter into my phone, bracing myself. Excuse me there. Uh-huh. You never fail to disappoint me. I sigh. Isn't this the point where after your whole idiot act, you come out with the important stuff? Yeah, there actually is a pattern here with the devil, isn't there? Act all silly and annoying, and then finally get to the point. And then one of us hangs up. I wouldn't say I've accepted them. I tilt my head to the side. I just decided to stop avoiding them. I mean, semantics at that point. The devil agrees, saying no more than is necessary. It really feels like it's uninterested, possibly because things are all proceeding in accordance with its plan. I know not to let my guard down around the devil, but my gratitude for being united with Sayo is taking precedence right now. And then... Oh, hello. Take a wild guess. Mary pops up next to me. The thing haunting my phone. Weren't you two teaming up in like the last episode or two? It's just dribbling away into my ear. Oh, I guess it hung up. I realized the call is no longer in progress and put my phone away. That devil really doesn't like Mary, huh? So did you need something, Mary? It's not that she doesn't talk to me at school unless she needs something, but she has so many friends to spend time with, it's not exactly a common occurrence. I don't mind though. We have all the time in the world once we go back home. That is true.
ちょっと放課後に相談があるというか、それまでにリツくんにも考えてほしいことがあるの。
It's about the play, I take it. I say quietly so no one else hears. Mary nods quickly and then leans in before continuing.
だいたいこんな感じかなってところまで台本ができたの。
There we go. Oh, that's great. I can't wait to read it.
いやいや、まだ完成はしていないのだよ、ワトソンくん。最後をどうしようか迷ってるの。
Yeah, you're at a loss also during the play in the first route. You are.
どういうあらすじかは前に話したまんまなんだけど。
A brother and siblings separated at birth reunite at the mansion. The brother has amnesia and there's some romance. That about right?
そうそう。コテコテなんだけど、その話の最後はハッピーエンドとビターエンド。どっちがいいと思う？
And that's kind of where the hang-up was in the first route. A happy ending would see the two of them being together regardless of being siblings?
ビターエンドは何か理由があって片方が死んじゃうとか、お兄さんが屋敷を離れちゃうとかだね。相談っていうより、みんなにアンケートって感じなんだけど。
I mean, as long as there's impact, a reason for it, then it's probably all good. Don't you think you should just do a happy ending? I cocked my head, wondering what the purpose of performing a sad story at Christmas time would be.
私もそう思うんだけ
There's
ど。
been some sad Christmas movies.
見に来てくれる
None
女
that
の
I
子
can
は
think of right now,
ビタ
though.
ーエンドも好きそうじゃない？
I don't know why I immediately jumped to movies as well. I mean, there could be any other type of, entertainment.
どうせハッピーエンドだろうって思ってる人の意表をついた方が、その人も楽しいし、思い出に残るんじゃないかとも思うの。
I get it. I think about it to myself. Girls are definitely fond of tragedies, so no doubt about that. Happy endings are cliche, especially for an amateur group like us, which means it won't be very exciting to watch. There are lots of tragedies in the Bible verses and story collections we study in class. Even Shakespeare had his 4 tragedies. The audience can be very particular about what it likes. All the same, it's still Christmas. It's definitely hard to decide.
でしょ？いやまあ、個人個人で好きなものは違うだろうし、全員に「ヒャッホー最高!」とか言われるものなんて無理なのは分かってるけどね。
Yeah, I can only agree with how spot on she is. Everyone differs, whether it be in hobbies or food or whatever. I mean, yeah, that is true. You can't please everybody also. When it comes to something so big like this, where you want to, that's just wishful thinking. For that matter, a single person's preferences can change as they get older. They can even vary day to day. Faith is a good example. Despite the widespread reverence of God, mankind cannot settle on one specific religion. I never thought I'd be putting you through so much trouble when I decided that we should do this. I frowned, thinking about the burden that I've placed on her. But Mary smiles like an angel.
いいの。私も好きでやってるし、面白いし。
Thank you.
ありがとうって、また何が？
For sticking around here because you want to, I guess. I'm convinced yet again that Mary is a true wonder, remaining so genuine even after having lived for 100 years.
なんかよくわからないけど、そんなことより、どっちの終わりがいいと思う？
What's more important than my heartfelt gratitude? Well, anyway, Mary might be surveying everyone, but I imagine that she'll place extra importance on my opinion. I mean, we actually already chose who's going to be the lead, a heroine in the story, so it makes sense that she'll come back to us again for some important decision making. Except while we seem similar, we're deceptively different. I'm reliant on making others happy, while she genuinely enjoys making others smile. I have a preference, but I really think you should decide yourself. This is your story after all. I say with a priestly expression so I won't come off as being uncommitted.
そうかな。
If you insist on getting other people's opinions, I think Akari's would be more valuable than mine.
そっか。
I haven't seen
それこ
Akari in
そ
a
あかり
while.
ちゃんが一番普通の女の子だもんね。
Actually, has she popped up whatsoever in this goddamn route? Yep.
でもあかりちゃんは聞くまでもなくビターエンドが好きそうだな。
Mary says nonchalantly. She's probably right. I don't think you should put too much emphasis on my preferences, but I'll think about it until classes end in any case.
そうしてくれると嬉しいな。あとはそこが決まれば完成させられるから。完成したらみんなに読んでもらわなくちゃいけないっていう
It was gonna happen eventually.
緊張はあるんだけど。
It has to. Even when saying something completely ordinary, Mary is so precious that I end up laughing. If she's asking everyone, she'll be asking Sayo too, and there's little doubt that she's a fan of tragedies. I find myself unconsciously searching the room for my sister while I think this. She's at her desk, her lunchbox still open. However, her hands have stopped, perhaps due to a lack of appetite, and she's just absent-mindedly staring over at us. What's with that? I cock my head. There's an unusual emptiness to her eyes, with no emotion readable in them. At this point, she looks away. I'm wounded. What's up with her?
どったの?
Oh, nothing. No, there's something. There's gotta be something here. I respond to Mary, although I'm still more focused on Sayo. She still isn't eating. It looks as though she's thinking something to herself, and she doesn't seem to be in a good mood. Maybe she's on her period? Okay. Yeah, good thought, I guess. It's not something I would ever think, but, you know, to each their own, I think. Oh yeah, she's... Oh, she's thinking. Uh-oh, we've moved over to her perspective. Shit is about to go down, gamers. My chopsticks hang in the air halfway toward my food. Lately, I've found my eyes wandering over to where my brother Ritsu is, and this time I caught him on the phone. At first, I thought he was talking to some girl, but from his lively expression, I find it more likely it was the devil. It is. In which case, there's no need for me to go over there. I haven't even finished lunch yet anyway.
そういえばあれ、全くこっちに干渉してこなくなったわね。
You've served your purpose for the time being. You're in the picture now. I mumble in exasperation as I place a piece of kamaboko into my mouth. It's so evident in the way it acts that I'm far less important than Ritsu that I'm actually not bothered by it. It's far better than falsehoods and fake smiles at any rate. Besides, if I hadn't borrowed its power, I never would have met Ritsu. What do you mean by that? For that, at least, I'm grateful. I now find myself looking over at Ritsu. Mary has gone over to him. They're talking about something. I gaze on absent-mindedly. My chopsticks have once again come to a halt. Their two uniform figures are huddled together, the soft winter sunlight streaming over them. They're whispering with smiles on their faces. They look good together, I think to myself. And then my chest hurts.
痛い?
I unconsciously vocalize. Mary and my brother talking is nothing out of the ordinary. You can always find them laughing together at home, where they're almost always together. But for some reason right now, the two of them look like something out of a photograph. The artistry of it has even me bitter as I am captivated. It's so gentle, so beautiful. Would the picture be painted as beautifully if I were the one beside Ritsu right now? We're siblings, so I should look good next to him. It's kind of like a mirrored thing though, so it's kind of weird. Twins even, which means I would fit the part far better than Mary. Is this jealousy or some shit? I don't know. Who knows? I don't. At that thought, my whole body freezes. Siblings. Lately, I've gotten a lot better about being a sister, I feel like. Ritsu was acting so brotherly when we were building snowmen that I was able to simply fill my role too. I've even started fawning on him. Annoyingly enough, it turns out that that is the real me. We're getting close to being real siblings, but we're not. The word slips out. If we do become real siblings, what will happen to Ritsu, to us? I know he'll always stick with me, even if we don't end up becoming a proper family. It's because that's what he's aiming for that he'll stay. He'll look at me. He'll touch me. with those gentle hands. But if I truly become his sister...
リツは誰か別の女を好きになってしまう。
So, is the situation here where they're actually not family whatsoever? Like, is that the potential case here? Like, do we know for certain? Or is there some underlying ruse? Because it seems as if her power has been granted to her, not something that she was born with, as a way to actually approach Ritsu. So, unless I missed something, you know, I don't know if I did here. I don't. What is going on in my head right now? Just then, Ritsu looks over at me. For a moment, our eyes lock, excuse me. His are kind, gentle. I don't want them to ever look away. But I find myself averting my eyes, worried that he might be able to read my mind. I imagine Mary's made me another excellent lunch today. Only I no longer have an appetite. I'm already full. So you say, but you're not really. You're lying. After class, it's like evening time here. Look at the orange tint. Mary had said that she wanted to talk, but we more or less resolved things during lunch, so she's gone off to see Akari. I could have gone straight home myself, but Sayo doesn't seem to want to, so I find myself lingering around the classroom, which is not something I've done recently.
みんなテスト勉強を始めて帰るの早くなったね。
Oh yeah, it is the closing of the semester, isn't it? Mikako, who's also stayed with us, looks around the empty classroom. Yeah, all the girls were asking each other to study together.
教室でやればいいんじゃないの?
You can't have tea and snacks if you stay here.
ああ、なるほど。お勉強よりそっちがメインね。
It's all about setting the mood. Sayo says in exasperation.
それに、寮なら上の学年の先輩にテストの傾向を教えてもらいやすいから。それもなるほど。
This is one of the Academy's traditions, with our dorms set up so that students from all 3 years are mixed together. Though from what I've heard, academic prowess isn't exactly what this academy is known for, so there aren't many people who get stressed around exam time.
で、ミカコ、あなたは勉強は必要ないんでしょうけど。
Sayo says rudely, but it takes more than that to shake Mikako.
最近お姉ちゃんもテスト作りを始めちゃってさ、放課後すぐは会いづらいんだよね。
So kind of crazy that that is actually her sister, and we have not seen a whole lot of her in this route either. This has really just been Ritsu, Sayo, and Mary. I guess now Mikako is having a little bit of an appearance here and there, but that's it.
ちょっと盗み見してきなさいよ。
Hey now.
冗談よ。ズルしたければ簡単にできるけど。
I'm not even going to ask how you would do it. I'm just going to tell you not to, okay?
私が暇なのは事実だし。天才様は言ってくれるわ。
You got that right. Just having a simple conversation gives me the chills when it involves these two girls. Yeah, their personalities, you know, intertwine a little bit too much here. Even the most normal of topics can take a sudden dive. Mikako suddenly leans in towards Sayo's face.
というか近い。
It goes beyond leaning, really. They're so close, it looks like they're about to kiss.
さよちゃん、
What the fuck?
私とキスしてみるかい？結構よ。
Sayo moves to get away from Mikako, but she snaps back upright anyway.
さよちゃんとゴニョゴニョしたら、りっくんと同じくらい気持ちいいのかなって気にはなるんだけど。さすがに勘弁して。
Yeah, that's shaky ground, even if there's no one else around. Just listening has me breaking out in a cold sweat. Even Sayo can't handle Mikako when she gets like this, huh?
それより、急に顔を近づけてきて何だったの？わかった。私帰る。
Alright. Just like that. Mikako suddenly starts heading toward her desk to get her bag, which takes me by surprise. What was that?
あ、いや、帰るってさよちゃんへの返事だよ。あ、さよならとかまた明日って言うべきなのかな。
Not that. Sayo, did you say something?
言ってはいない。言ってないけど言われたようなものだし、話せて面白かったから今日はもういいよ。態度とか目でわかるものなのね。
Sayo grumbles in agreement.
私からするとわからない方が不思議だけど、そのあたりを話し出すと嫌われるだけだし、いいや。嫌われたって、それすら気にしないでしょ。そう、それが私、赤サビ美香子。
For some reason, I really want to take her word for it. Leaving her full name as a parting remark, she exits the classroom, only for her to pop her head back around the door.
ああ、忘れてた。それじゃ、また明日。それとさやちゃん、もうこの階には誰もいないよ。
What the fuck? This time she leaves for real. It was nice of her to say goodbye, but what was that comment about? I cocked my head, unable to comprehend. Not that I've been foolish enough to actually try and understand what's going on in Mikako's head at any point in our relationship. Anyway, guess we should get going too, huh?
いや。
Sayo says, seemingly sulking. I mean, sure, we can stay here and chat if you want, but, why?
何もないけど。
Okay. She's definitely acting strange today, but I get the feeling that digging into it is only going to get her angry at me. How about we go to the vending machines and get ourselves a drink then?
ねえ、鬼。リツ。
Uh-oh. What's up? I have a bad feeling about where this could be going here, based on context clues at least. I turn to face Sayo, wondering why she's called my name.
その、ちょっと待って。
Something's making her nervous. I wait calmly for her to continue. A priest must know how to wait until someone is ready to talk after all.
妹の私でオナニーとかしたことある？
What? What the fuck? Whoever starts a conversation like that, whoever asks a question like that, that is just ridiculous. What are you getting at here? That question was so out of the blue, I'm starting to feel dizzy. I feel sick.
一回はしちゃったでしょ？
We did.
まあ答えなくてもいいわ。今のは罰なきで聞いただけだから。
That's how you break the ice? Yeah, what the fuck? Just how outlandish is her main point going to be then? I have a bad feeling about this, but I can't just run away. I mean, you can. You really shouldn't.
その、ね、私とリツは兄弟よね。
Supposedly. Yeah. I nod. Lately, at least, we've felt like actual siblings, whereas before our relationship was more forced. Have I not been acting like a brother or something?
そうじゃないの。そうじゃ。
Sayo looks conflicted and unusually timid. Sayo, what am I meant to do here? Should I touch her? I could place my hand on her cheek or take her hand into mine. My warmth would reassure her, and my powers would also force her to relax. But since I want to understand what's going on, I think it's best we talk through this instead. Take your time, tell me what's bothering you, and what I can do to help.
いいの？
Of course, I'm your brother, I say with a natural smile. After a moment of thought, she leans in toward me.
ねえ、リツ。
Ah, fuck.
キスして。
Huh?
ダメ？
You don't mean on the cheek? Her face is so close, her expression lonely and her cheeks flushed, that it gets me flustered. I don't even have time to think about why she wants me to kiss her before she's leaning further. My thoughts are so jumbled I can't even get myself to move.
唇よ。私と唇を重ねて。
Why do you have to describe it so fucking thoroughly like that? Sayo, what the... I stagger backwards as she gets almost close enough to touch me. My legs clatter against either the desk or chair behind me. I don't get it. What's going on here? I can't, Sayo. We're, in a classroom.
教室じゃなければいいの？
It stopped us in the first route. Well...
妹が相手じゃ、もう興奮しない。
Okay, so you're just trying to guilt trip us in a really weird way, but well, now I finally understand. Sayo is an attractive girl. We slept together the first day we met out of a mutual desire to know more about each other. As far as sexual compatibility goes, no one else can compare to her. What happened that day scared me, and now the reality of it has sunk in. But that's what makes it all the more exciting. I'm more than just interested in Sayo. I'm not saying that. I'm the only one she has. No matter what happens, No matter how we treat each other, we'll always be siblings. Fruit gets all the sweeter the more time you give it to ripen. Sayo grins and stares at me. But yeah, I mean, there's only one place she'd be looking. But there's no way she can tell what's going on in my pants.
どうして大きくなってるの?
Well, fuck. Yeah, I mean, come on now. I hurriedly look down only to see it's not evident at all. Don't tell me she has X-ray vision too.
あ、本当にそうなんだ。
She's using the Minecraft texture pack that gets you banned from public servers. She was bluffing, and I fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
ありがとう。
I haven't even said anything yet.
リツって本当にわかりやすいわよね。いじめてって言ってるようにしか見えない。
You're welcome?
まあいいわ。リツの気持ちは
I felt like that was better as a question than a statement there.
許してあげる。でも代わりに
No, I kind of do mind,
ちょっと
actually.
した遊びに付き合ってくれない？
I very much do mind. I mean, sure.
そう？
The moment I nod in relief, Sayo's mouth turns up into another grin. It's adorable, certainly, but also terrifyingly devilish. I might have been too hasty to agree.
あら、警戒しないでいいのよ。そこに座ってくれればいいだけだから。
Here?
そうそう。
Sayo wriggles in between my legs and kneels down. Oh boy, is she gonna pray? I mean, come on, that's the only thing it could be, right? Come on, it has to be, right? Well, that was definitely not prayer. That was far from. That was actually some freaky shit on many levels. That was... I don't even know how to properly describe what I just witnessed. It wasn't good, though. It really wasn't good. Jesus. Her legs are shaky. Yeah, that'll happen. At this point, I'm worried I might have lost my mind myself. You have. From what I witnessed just now, you absolutely have. Because you see, right now, yeah, all of that, yeah, it was crazy. All that shit, just ridiculous, bonkers, if you will. I care about Sayo an awful lot, yeah. I'm concerned about the state she's in. I'm concerned about you, actually, honestly.
やっぱりリツとのセックスは気持ちよすぎておかしくなりそう。
Sayo mutters, suddenly repeating something along the lines of what she had said during sex. Yeah, so, are you okay?
大丈夫じゃない。足がガクガクする。
Want me to help you stand?
ダメ。
Nah, we wouldn't do that. Well, actually,
また指でも突っ込
never
まれ
mind,
そう
I don't know. I wouldn't. Or was that an invitation?
さすがに無理。
Sayo doesn't even have the presence of mind to make her usual sexual jokes.
してほしいと。
What the fuck? What is wrong with these two? She mutters. It sounded like she was talking to herself.
リツはあれだけ射精してまだいけるの？
Sure. Don't know how. I doubt I had any left in the tank after the last round. Honestly, it's that fucking hentai shit. I remember that stuff back in Grisaya too. It's like they just, yeah, peak fiction, if you will. However, the sun is setting, and with how worn out Sayo is, I should really let her rest. There's no need to rush, I guess.
今更だけど匂いとか平気かしら？
Wow. That's outside the realm of just like, all right, it's a hentai, it'll all work out. Sayo sniffs the air. She immediately starts blushing. The faint smell of sweat and all of that lingers in the classroom air. It'll have gone by tomorrow, don't worry.
そう。
Sayo huddles up to me, her face red from anxiety and embarrassment. The hot flush goes for both of us, though.
よかった。
Yeah, it is.
ねえ、リツ。
Sayo speaks quietly.
私はお兄ちゃんの妹だけど、リツにとっての女でもありたいの。
Can't we just ditch the whole, like, first part of all that if we're gonna go in that direction? Right. I understand. This is the ultimate reason why Sayo did all of this today.
私、すごくわがままかな。
She says childishly. Nah. I smile wryly and shake my head. I'm happy to hear it. I love you both as my sister and as a woman. I hate that line.
そう
I get it, you know, fiction or whatever, but like, it's just odd. She sighs in relief.
なんだ
However, my big prediction here is that they are not actually family, and that the devil is just utilizing her as a pawn. Are you sleepy?
うん汗をかいたけど空気がプールの後みたいに生ぬるくて
Sayo snuggles her head against my jacket. You should take a nice hot bath and then get some sleep.
うん
Sayo starts cutely nibbling on my jacket? Quit it.
リツの味
What
って
the
好
fuck?
きおちんちんとか
You
も
need
っと
help.
舐め
They
て
both really need
首
help.
筋とか噛めばよかった
A ridiculous amount of therapy might be good for both of them. Good grief. She's so sleepy that it's like her limiter's been removed. Oh wait, it's probably because she's touching me.
リツ好きよ
We're aware.
あなたが好き私はこの
We're
世界
really aware more than ever now, or at least I
だ
am.
けが好きうん他のことなんてもうどうでもいい
Right. I place an arm around Sayo's neck.
帰るのめんどくさい
I laugh at how she's both sulking and being deadly serious. You know, Sayo, I think I might be able to do something about that. Close your eyes.
もう眠くてさっきから閉じてる
Oh, right. That's perfect, then. I'll just shut my eyes too. In front of home. I think to myself and then open my eyes again. God damn it. Brilliant.
何
Sayo's eyes burst open as a wintry breeze blows over us.
家の
Nothing is impossible for me. Careful now. I smile as I step back from Sayo. She looks so cute with her mind completely blown. As she looks at me, rolls her eyes and shrugs her shoulders.
前呆れた本当に何でもありなのね
I don't think I can do things for myself, though.
私の時だけ
So far, I've only been able to do things when I've wanted to do something for you. Even when I want something for myself, I can't get my powers to activate at all.
メアリー相手は
Nope, but she never asks for anything in the first place. Even so, I don't think I'd be able to do anything this impressive for her. It's more of a feeling at this point. I still don't truly understand.
そうなんだいいわね私ちゃんとリツにとっての特別なのね
You are my sister.
女よ
Uh-huh. Just as I'm smiling with pride, Sayo's expression grows vacant.
あリツカバンとか忘れてる
Alright, our books will be fine where they are, but we really should wash our lunchboxes. I open my palm and casually hold it out to the side. Bam, 2 bags slumped down on my arm. Here,
どうも
careful now. Careful. Sayo takes her bag as if nothing has happened. The two of us sure do make a good pair. If that's what you want to call it. We walk over to the front door and open it.
ただいま
We're back. Yeah, these two are made for each other in some weird-ass way. I do have to admit. Well, this seems like a good spot to end this one. Yeah, honestly, my big prediction here is that the two of them probably aren't actually siblings. That there might be a little bit of a lie that was fed to Sayo. That might be something to highly consider going forward, especially with the hint that we got out of her powers. It's possible that she wasn't necessarily born with them, but granted them. I don't know if that was like something that we found out earlier. I don't know. I can't remember. But I do feel like something's a lot fishier, you know? It definitely just seems like it. But that's just me. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like if you did. Subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.